The biggest problem that I have being a spiritual girly is I look for meaning in every single sign.
The fact that any man thinks that I'm gonna leave this situation and this setup to go on a date on a Friday night, it's not happening. Like,
as someone who's 4'11 and currently single, here are the things I don't want to hear about on a dating app or even in real life. If you call me fun-sized, if you say, oh my god, I could probably throw you around. If you tell me you could reach things for me, okay, cool, I have a fucking ladder. Saying, oh, well, you could wear heels with me. I could wear heels with literally anybody unless you're also 4'11. Acting like I've never dated a tall guy. Telling me I should go after people who are 5'4 for the short kings because they deserve me. Like, do I not get a type because I'm short?
By the way, guys, in case you were wondering, this is how she looks without makeup. So here, she has makeup, just look.
Literally the only people in this entire geography. I saw this guy that...
And all of a sudden, she doesn't have makeup on. Can you see her face? So she doesn't look at all as in her TikTok videos.
Okay, so I made a video the other day just saying all of the cliches that men or strangers say to me in dating because I'm a 4'11 girl. It went to all of the angry men instead of the short women. So I wanted to read some of the responses. Angrily, get out my notebook. Okay, I can see where she's single. Does she come with a mouthpiece? Seems to have a short fuse. Why is it that always the short ones come with an attitude? Just listening to you should be enough to send any man running. First read I got from you is you will never be happy. You're lucky you're getting any attention at all, as most guys have already given up on dating. Sounds like a lot to deal with when you come home from work. You're the reason that no guy approaches a girl anymore. We wonder why women are choosing to stay single and happy and live longer.
no, but I just realized that I actually can't ever date any man because they're gonna want to do things like go fishing or go diving or go hiking or leave the apartment, and I just don't know like how to tell somebody like I don't do that.
Ma'am, that's not the reason you will be single. First of all, it's your spiritual. Second, you have an attitude problem. You have a big mouth, and men don't want that. They want peace. Third of all, you like your cat more than going on a date with a man. You're condescending. And plus, you use a lot of filters and makeup. Men don't actually know what you look like.
Dating apps are just so funny in Miami because like right now I'm talking to two people on the apps. One is French-Canadian model slash actor that moved down here but travels a lot and is super respectful, super polite chivalry. And then the other one is a dude from Chicago that immediately asked if I wanted to smoke and take a bath. The funny commonality between these two different types of creatures is neither of them.
So you see why she's still single. She called men creatures. Yes, ma'am, the only commonality between those two guys is they're both chads. They both look good. And you're catfishing them because they don't actually know from your photos how you actually look, ma'am.
The reason I'm not successful in dating apps is because I'm actually self-aware. So when some guy...
No, ma'am, you're not self-aware. If you were self-aware, you would be 10 times more humble.
leaves their prompt as looking for somebody who can just have fun and is a good time, I know that they're gonna fucking hate me. Like, I'm a lot of things. I'm intellectual. I am...
No, ma'am, you think you're intellectual. It's a very big difference there, ma'am.
funny, but I'm not a good time. I'm fucking crazy. Yeah.
If you love someone, set them free. If they come back, it means nobody else liked them.
I was talking and I said, oh, I'm 30 this year and I've never been married and I have no children. And they proceeded to tell me that that was a red flag.
Of course, my guy, because they have done a lot of mistakes in their past. They probably have a kid or two. So they consider that being normal. So a guy that doesn't want to make mistakes, that doesn't rush into relationships, that doesn't rush having a kid is weird to her.
Being blocked from romantic relationships is one of the biggest signs that you're a chosen one. Old souls who incarnate onto planet Earth to uplift the consciousness.
Guys, why do you think she acts like this and she talks like this? Because of Sims. Because no man in her life told her, stop it. You sound stupid. Stop talking. Stop thinking this way. Guys, you don't even understand how big the Sim problem is. Just think about this. On every video, I'm a red pill channel. And on every video, I get Sims. I have Sims that think they're smarter now. And they come up with all kinds of stories. Stuff like this. Oh, why don't you post their IDs? So we know and go make fun of them. No, my guy, you want to sim for that woman. I had one guy, just think about this, guys. I had one guy send me an email because I have my Instagram ID in the middle of the screen, in the middle bottom of the screen. And he said, can you move it more to the right so it's below where you are? He told me for this reason, because most women have writing on their videos and he doesn't understand what they say and he can't see the writing because of my ID. My guy, every video has caption. You just turn on your caption on YouTube and you can see whatever they're saying if you don't understand. No, that's not why you told me this. Why? Because that's the level where most women have their breasts. And he can see their breasts. Can you understand how pathetic it is to enter on red pill channels just so you can see women and sim for them? Do you understand how pathetic that is? For a guy, I don't understand how you can live with yourself, my guy. Simp! How? I don't get it. In each video I get sims. Oh, what's the ID for that woman at whatever minute? You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care about any woman that I post in my videos. None of them. I swear, we have a simp epidemic. They're coming to my channel and watching and saying, yeah, you're right. And then they go and search for them and then they're paying for their only Sims account. It's pathetic. Stop being Sims.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I truly believe there is one zodiac sign that narcissists have a hard time getting control.
Another woman that is delusional.
Number one mistake nice guys make with hot girls. As a dating coach for men for nearly 10 years now.
You should never listen to women dating coaches. I don't get how she's being a dating coach for 10 years. Who pays you, ma'am? Women don't know anything about relationships and what women actually respond to when dating. And what women are actually attracted to. Not what they say they're attracted to. What they're actually attracted to. Because what they say they're attracted to and what they're actually attracted to are two different things. And women coaches don't know that. They just listen to what women say and then they tell the guys what women want, what women said they want.
The real gold diggers are men that expect you to be a cook, to be a cleaner, be a laundrette, be an events manager, planning the holidays, outings, events, date nights, everything.
Another woman that was never told by a guy, stop it. You look silly. Stop it. Your thinking is crazy.
Ideal height for a partner, but you can't see the numbers. Let's find out. You're going to tell me when to stop.
Right there.
Stop. Stop. How tall do you think that is?
5'11".
5'9"? 5'8"? Bang on! So lads, get with her because she knows her measurements in inches. 5'8". So short kings. These girls always under measure, especially in inches.
Yeah, they don't actually know what 6 feet looks like. They just want a tall guy. 6 feet is just a number thrown in the USA. Here in Europe, we don't have such a problem. Women are not out here searching for men over 6 feet.
But why is it viewed as demeaning to make your man a sandwich? Like, I know, I get the joke, okay? I'm not that autistic, but...
It's not the meaning, ma'am. It's just feminist rhetoric that feminists used to say all the time. But we men do all kinds of nice things for women, and that is okay. But if women do something nice for us, oh my God, how can you? The patriarchy.
Like, really, though? Like, why is it that... Like, bro, if you're dealing with me, I'm happy to cook for you.
Whoever said that men hated women is actually wrong. They love women. They love them so much that they will blow up their entire life over one. And as a divorce lawyer, I see it happen in real time every single week. Forget years of marriage, forget the children, forget the house that they just refinanced and the business that they built from the ground up. All it takes is the right attention at the right time, and suddenly they're willing to set everything that they have ever built on fire.
Yeah, just because that woman is hot. As I told you before, there is a simp epidemic. I get men in my comments on a red pill channel when I'm talking about a woman or certain woman and her behavior. And there are simps that tell me, I don't get it. She's really hot. What's up with you guys? Why can't she get a man because she's really hot? How she looks doesn't matter, my guy. Yes, she can attract a lot of men with her looks. But that's all she has, her looks. She has no personality. Or her personality stinks. That's why she can't keep men. But there are so many simps out there that just base all of their relationships based on looks. Oh, well, if she's hot enough, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I don't have anything in common with her. It doesn't matter if she has tons of red flags. She's hot. And then after 10 years, you come back here and you complain. Why were all my exes like this and like that? And I got married and she got divorced from me and she took her kids and the house and of course, my guy. Because her personality was just hot. That's it. Stop being simps.
All for 2 minutes of dopamine.
As an escort, what percentage of encounters would I say are unpleasant? I guess if I look back over the 3 years that I have been doing my job and look at just unpleasant, by unpleasant we're going to consider that like the guys that I probably wouldn't see again but didn't hurt me, and obviously also the full-blown assault bookings. I would say about 10% across my entire career. Now,
this is a new type of video, guys. I never thought that I will see this online. She has no shame in saying whatever she does. She's an escort and she has no shame in it. Good for you, ma'am. Good for you.
obviously, some of the guys who fall into this unpleasant category, I wasn't traumatized by, I just wouldn't see them again. But honestly, the majority of my bookings are quite pleasant. I don't get a lot of shitheads, and I haven't actually for quite a long time. Pretty much since I've been back from retirement, my numbers of getting shitheads are a lot lower than they were before. This may be as I'm getting older and my ad is saying that I'm older, maybe I'm getting less guys that think they can push me around. Or maybe my energy is just attracting better bookings. I have no idea, but something is...
So even escorts believe in energy. That's the quote of the day, guys. Escorts believe in energies.
going on.
Men's biggest and only weakness, no matter the tax bracket, no matter the net worth, is women, bro. I know people way richer than me that still panic and are down bad about girls. They're like literally owners of like there's just like one that is like super huge in my mind, like an owner of a very, very extremely well-known designer brand that is literally begging girls to come and hang out with him in Italy. And
I don't know if this guy actually knows millionaires or guys that have brands, fashion brands, but yes, I do believe, because I've seen it in person. There are so many guys out there that make a lot of money and they're still simps. For example, Jeff Bezos. For example, Elon Musk. Elon Musk was in a relationship with Amber Third. Amber Third, that shit on Johnny Depp's bed. Amber Third.
If you have a boyfriend and he goes, yeah, I just want to go hang out with Samantha, we just hung out. That guy is not your, he's not loyal. I'll be honest with you. Like this goes both ways. I'm not saying it's just a women problem.
Right.
This is not real. It's not real. It's fake. Friendships is just
Women and men can't be friends. They can be friends if you work together or if you're childhood friends. But that's it. The rest of the time, either the woman or the guy wants something more from that friendship relationship.
fake. There's certain circumstances, like this is an example, right? Because we work together where it's like, should we this up? Do we want to this up? No, that's stupid, right? We maintain a friendship because we don't want to ruin a great thing, right? Not every guy out in the world is just like, yeah, we got a podcast together, we got a business. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the reality. Because it's like I said earlier, the main point is that the guy is not going to be like, yeah, I want to go be friends with that ugly.
Right.
That's just it. They're not going to talk to her.
Feminism is not supposed to be this huge anti-men movement, but I think it was originally supposed to be a safe space for women to have each other's backs and not take anything that these men throw at us. It's not supposed to be anti-men.
The genesis of feminism, like the early adopters of feminism, they were misandrous. Many of them hated men.
Just to be clear, I believe in equality, but I don't believe in this new age feminist movement. This is not about equality, it's about superiority.
And some of the most prominent feminist writers and academics, clear misandrists, clear man-haters. And look, I don't think misogynists are good either. I think women are great. I don't always fully understand them, but I think women are great. I don't hate women. I think women are wonderful. But like, if you ask feminists, man, a lot of women, you ask a college woman, like, do we need men? Like, they have a very, even if it's a low level, kind of like negative attitude towards men, which I find incredibly objectionable. And this even low level disdain for men, at the end of the day, feminism is a movement that's just entirely hostile towards men. And you're not going to convince me that like feminism has ever advocated for anything when it comes to like any way in which men are disadvantaged. Feminism is a purely a woman's advocacy movement.
What did you learn during your last heartbreak?
That if you're chasing after somebody else, it's because you're actually running from yourself. This person introduced me to something that I love so much. I've been able to make it a career now. He introduced me to this city that I now call my home, and I fell in love with it. And I think it's such a beautiful thing to be able to love somebody unconditionally.
But you still left him, ma'am.
No matter what they do, I'm always going to move with kindness anyway, because that's just who I am. But I think it's time to give myself some of that unconditional love as well. I'm just a much happier, healthier version of myself. And although that was the catalyst, and I'm very grateful to him for setting me on this journey, I've done this all myself, and I'm really proud of myself.
Ma'am, you didn't do anything yourself. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't know this city, for example, that you're in. So everything that you did in that city was because of him. Because if you didn't met him, your life would have a different path. You're not even logical about what you're saying.
For that.
What advice would you give to others that are watching that would like to go through a similar process of self-love?
You have to be able to find strength in that pain, and the only way to do that is to go through it, to feel all the emotions until it doesn't hurt you anymore, it doesn't faze you, and you can live your life for yourself again and take back your power.
Ashley St. Clair.
So because she was in a relationship with a guy, she didn't have power. And now that she's single again, she took back her power. This is the rhetoric that feminism pushes, guys. You can't have power in a relationship, or if you're married, or if you're a mother. Only if you're single, independent, strong, boss bee, then you have power.
Interestingly enough, this is an individual who has talked massive amounts of about me and the podcast.
You still have this massive group of young men who are clinging to that message on shows like Why is all of this content allowed on YouTube?
But the big news is she made a...
Okay, ma'am, so you just want content from the left to be allowed on YouTube. Only content that is pro-feminism should be allowed on YouTube, right? But you want equality. Where's the equality in that? You can say whatever you want, we can say whatever we want, and if you want to listen to our point of view, good for you. If not, that's not my problem. No, she doesn't want equality, she wants superiority. Shows like his or mine shouldn't be allowed. Only her point of view. This is the equality that feminism pushes. This is the equality that the left push, guys.
Tweet on Valentine's Day that she has a love child with Elon Musk's. 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I have not previously disclosed this to protect.
This is why I tell you guys, Elon Musk is a simp. Yeah, he's smart, but he's still a simp, a big simp.
Protect our child's privacy and safety, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. In any case, single mom, she got knocked up and was in some sort of situationship with the world's richest man. That's, you're rolling the dice. That's winning the lottery. You're already a single mom, and then you're gonna...
She'll be taken care of for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
now.
like she's not gonna have to work another day in her life. And in fact, he moved her into a $10,000 penthouse apartment in New York City. He's probably paying her child support. She has a security detail. Like, she is set for life.
What is the most painful thing anyone has ever said to you?
It was definitely what my ex said after we had our closure moment. She said,
closure moment. That means that she broke up with him, but he's too much of a pussy to say that.
That I was the person that got her out of her depression and got her outside. And then the moment that she realized she had to do that for me, she couldn't, and so she left me.
From the start, guys, from the first 5 seconds, I can tell this is the kind of guy that is the nice guy. This is the kind of guy that women will friend zone.
It wasn't a very dark place. I had a lot of people dying at that time.
How did that make you feel?
Very emotional. That's why she left. Because a guy should be the rock in that relationship. A woman should know that she can rely on you. How can she rely on you or your leadership if you're all the time emotional and depressed? So basically she's in a relationship with another woman.
Still processing it, yeah. Definitely used and often feel abandoned in that moment. Made me feel like I've had to have.
We're going to skip this video because when I hear grown men telling about how she made him feel, I really don't care, my guy. You're a man.
A year ago, I, 27 female, broke up with my lying boyfriend, 27 male. Today, I found out that everyone was lying and he was being truthful.
Wait.
That's why I advise you guys, if she has a lot of single women friends, it's not good for you because she will be influenced by those women. Those women want to go out, those women want to go on vacations, those women want to party, those women will brag about how she slept today with this guy, tomorrow with that other guy, that guy paid for lunch or paid to take her on vacation. And they will convince your girlfriend to do the same, that she can do better than you. There is a study, I'll put it right here, where it showed that the more friends or family you have that are divorced, the higher the probability that you will get divorced. Just think about that. It's the same in relationships. I will put the study on the screen for you to see.
A year ago, I was about to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh, with whom I was head over heels in love with, when one of my closest friends said that Josh had shown them a nude photo of me on his phone when he was drunk during a party.
Oh my God.
5 or 6 more of my friends corroborated the story and told me that Josh also talked in extreme detail about our sex life when showing this photo. It was sickeningly detailed. This did not sound like Josh at all. When I asked him what the fuck was going on,
but instead of believing him, you believe your friends. Now be with your friends. because they will take care of you when you're 50 or 60. Of course.
He denied everything. He eventually got very angry and started calling all of my friends liars. At one point, he showed up at my place while some of them were visiting, and things got a little physical. It was really a very strange turn of events in my life. Josh seemed so worked up, and all of my close friends were calling him a liar. Josh had taken photos of me on his phone, which I know was stupid, but heat of the moment and everything. So I trusted my friends, and I broke up with Josh. It was very heart-wrenching. Josh begged me to believe him. He started tearing up, nearly punched the wall, and left angrily. I was really grossed out at the time, and I felt super conflicted. A few months later, I started dating one of the friends in the group, Alex, who had told me about Josh showing everyone the photo. All of my friends were pushing me to date Alex at the time. We didn't really sync, and it just didn't go.
Okay, so she also had guy friends. That's even a bigger red flag. I don't know how men don't see the red flags from the start when they go into a relationship, and why they don't have any boundaries. This is why I'm talking about. This is why I'm making these videos. Stop being simps.
Go past a few months. We remained friends of sorts. So today, another friend sends me a message that says he just wanted to get something off of his chest.
Oh my God.
The story about Josh wasn't true, and they were really trying to get me to date Alex, so they made this story that Josh showed nudes completely up. After talking to a few of the other people, including Alex, it's all come out that they were lying.
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.